Greetings, netizens. It's Bill. Today I'm speaking about Solus Christus, what it means, and some related concepts. Solus Christus is a Latin phrase translated into English as Christ alone. Before I get into it, it's worth reminding the viewer that Solus Christus and Soli Deo Gloria were supplemented onto the previous three solas, which were themselves formulated centuries after the Reformation, and I talked more in detail about this in a previous video of mine. But this is even in light of the fact that the theology therein was affirmed at the time of the Reformation. So, at its core, Solus Christus asserts that Jesus Christ is the sole mediator between God and humanity. In other words, no human works or priestly rituals or other intermediaries are strictly necessary for salvation. This was the emphasis during the Protestant Reformation as a response to doctrines that place a strong salvific significance on priestly sacraments or intercessory practices. A closely related idea is the rejection of sacerdotalism, which is the belief that a salvific efficacy is rooted in some kind of continuity in respect to sacramental authority. Solus Christus contests the necessity of such intermediaries. The focus is on Christ's life, death, and resurrection as fully sufficient for the forgiveness of sins and reconciliation with God. From a practical perspective, adherents of Solus Christus would affirm these four following points. No human being is indispensable for salvation. Christ's work is entirely sufficient and complete. Faith in Christ is the conduit through which divine grace operates. Practices such as the veneration of saints, sacramental intermediaries, or human merit are secondary or mediated rather than foundational in and of themselves. It's also worth mentioning that understanding Solus Christus and affirming it does not necessarily require the rejection of tradition, liturgy, pastoral guidance, stuff like that. Many Christians affirm the centrality of Christ while also valuing historical practices and communal authority, though these are understood as mediated by rather than substituting for Christ's saving work. In summary, Solus Christus teaches that Christ alone is the foundation, mediator, and agent of salvation. Everything else operates in relation to him. The phrase encapsulates a principle that was at the heart of the Reformation, yet its formulation as we've received it today continues to spark reflection, debate, and an appreciation across Christian history. Have a good day.